Good afternoon. My name is Stephanie Toothaker with the Tripp Scott Law Firm. I'm very honored to have with me today Gwen Graham. Many of you know Gwen Graham as the daughter of Senator Bob Graham. But Gwen is here with very exciting news. She has decided to run for Congress in the 2nd Congressional District, which is Tallahassee and parts of the Panhandle, against sitting Congressman Steve Sutherland. Gwen, thank you for being here today.
Oh, thanks for having me, Stephanie.
It's a real thrill, and I'm so excited that you've decided to run for Congress. So that's the most obvious question today. Why did you decide to run for Congress?
Throughout my life, because my father has served for so long, and he was in the state house, the state senate, governor, and then United States Senate for 18 years, I've been approached to run for office. But it wasn't until just recently that I made the decision that I could stand in front of a group of people or sit with you here today and present myself as a candidate for office. And the fact that my father has served with such distinction, I'm so proud of him, is certainly an asset and a benefit. But I had to get to the point where I was ready to ask people for their vote and for their support for what I bring to this office.
And what do you bring to this office? What do you think are your most important issues that you want to tackle in Washington?
Well, I think my background makes me uniquely prepared for Congress and for public service. I mean, first and foremost, I'm a mom, and I have 3 wonderful children that I am so proud of. I'm an attorney. I've served in both the private and the public sector. I've worked in politics. I have done that. For the last 6 years, I have been the attorney and the chief negotiator for the Leon County School District, which put me in a unique position of bringing people together who often had very different positions on issues and finding compromise. And that skill set is something that I really look forward to bringing to Washington, and I think it's something that Washington definitely needs.
And what about jobs? Jobs are the most important issue that are on
Right.
people's minds, and what do you think you can do to help with decreasing the unemployment rate?
Creating jobs is the #1 issue in our district, and as a matter of fact, in Wakulla County, which is one of the counties in my district, they're desperately in need of some infrastructure improvement. And so in thinking about different ways that we could help bring that infrastructure improvement, which would obviously lead to the ability to create more jobs and lower the unemployment rate. I was thinking about, for instance, in Monroe County, in the southern part in the Keys. At one point, they got a loan from the Department of Agriculture, which helped them to build some of their infrastructure. So I think we need to think outside of the box of ways to bring funds into counties. And my district is a very rural district. In between Tallahassee and Panama City, it's primarily farming and agriculture. And so we need to find ways that they can improve their counties. I mean, constituency and being there for the people that you represent is something that it will be the #1 objective of my office, is to make sure that we are always there and informed and making sure that we are serving the people of the 2nd Congressional District.
You talk a lot about health care, the Affordable Health Care Act. Talk to me about what that means to the residents of your district and how you think you might work together with Congress to move forward.
Well, I think that it still remains somewhat controversial, and the reality is it is now the law, and the Supreme Court has ruled, and so it is a benefit to many people in my district. The fact that you can keep your children on your plan until they're 26. The fact that there will be some credits that will be paid back to people who financially are having some challenges in their life. There are many positives about the law. There are problems with the law as well, and one of my commitments is to stop fighting it, which is, I think, is just an exercise in futility, and to start working together with other people in Congress to make sure that we make the parts that need to be improved, and we work together to improve those parts.
And another important issue in your district, I understand, is gun control. What's your position on gun control?
I am a very big supporter of the Second Amendment. As a matter of fact, my husband is in law enforcement, and he wears a gun every single day. And so I'm a supporter of the Second Amendment. I certainly think any law-abiding citizen should not have their gun taken away from them.
Gwen, last question. How are you going to win this race? As you know, Senator Lawson ran against Congressman Sutherland and lost. What makes you different?
First of all, I have committed from the very beginning. One of the reasons I got in so early, and a lot of people have asked me that question, why April 2nd? And it's because I want to have the time to get out into the district to meet as many people as I can. And the district is primarily Democratic. It's 53% Democrat, 35% Republican, and Alex Sink in 2010 won the 2nd Congressional District. She lost the state overall, but she won the 2nd Congressional District. So I'm going to make sure that I am dedicated to letting the people of this district know that they can count on the Graham legacy, that I'm going to be someone that will be informed, that will put their interests first, that will not be part of the partisanship bickering, which I have heard so consistently from so many people. And that's another reason that I got in, because I think we need to leave a different legacy to our children than what we've got currently in Congress. We've got to change the dynamics so that we can get things done for this country. It's not enough to just go up and say, no, I'm not for that. What people are elected to do is to govern. People are elected to make hard decisions and to find areas where you can find compromise. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to move our country forward. So I think with that message of an independent voice, you get elected as a Democrat or you get elected as a Republican, but when you are serving, you're serving all of the people of the district. So I think that message, we're also going to do work days, which I'm very excited about. And there was a lot of discussion about that because whether it would be too closely linked with my father, and sometimes it's not easy being the daughter of someone who's been in elected office, or the son, I suppose. But at the end of the day, I thought, you know, what my dad gained from those experiences that he brought to his ability to lead and to really put the interests and the concerns of the people that he represented first, he learned during those work days. So I thought, you know, any criticism that I might receive as a result is well worth what will be benefited from those. So I think just my commitment to working hard every day and my commitment to making sure that the people's interests are put first, and what I know people see in me, which is that my word is my bond, and I make absolute promise that they will be proud and honored to have me as their representative when I'm elected to Congress.
Great. Gwen, on behalf of Tripp Scott, thank you so much for being here today. It was such a pleasure speaking with you, and we look forward to following your successful campaign.
Thank you, Stephanie. It was a pleasure.